that he hit straight back. Looks to punish Selby's mistake.
$52. $53.
The fifth frame, the fifth break of 50 or more.
I don't think he's come far. Actually, he might have dropped
58.
one in the middle onto a red in the middle of the pack, which would be a bonus. He played on the red left of the black. Well, what a bonus that was, because he didn't play on
59.
that. But it means now that he's got them open.
Yeah, it would have been end of break otherwise. This needs some care. Great chance now then to seal the frame.
66.
It was a minor miracle, wasn't it, that he landed on that one. Not intended, as you say.
67.
But he only needs the black, and it's going to be 3-2 barring snookers. Another frame flies by.
What's that, in about 5 minutes? 6 minutes? I think it's probably the quickest frame already. We averaged, as Mark Selby looks on, we averaged, I think, about 12, 13 minutes a frame for the first four.
75.
It was under an hour. If you take away the setting up and stuff like that, the comfort breaks, so I think it was about 12 minutes a frame. Possibly 13, but this has been double quick.
82.
It's looking like a second century of the session for Alan, his 9th of the tournament.
83. $90. 91. $98.
Oh, now then, how's he got there? Just about, I think. And to play with a touch of side. Ooh, that was a pity.
98.
A shame that it wasn't a second century from Mark Allen, but that 98 closes the gap to 3-2.
The all-new Nissan Qashqai. Expect more with low monthly payments and 4.49% APR representative finance. Now available with up to £3,500 deposit contribution on selected grades with the Nissan Switch scheme.
Selby's turn to break off. Frame 6. It's been a whirlwind session. Standard has been sky high from both players. Selby now leading 3-2, courtesy of the 98 break from Mark Allen to go with the 110 he made in the second frame. Selby with 3 breaks of over 50. Top top draw snooker in this final here in Darching. First to 10, of course. There are 4 more in this session. Someone's going to have a lead of some kind.
Well, he was hoping to cover that red because it's an easy safety here now for Mark Allen. That's not bad, but a chance to put the cue ball to the top cushion here.
Okay, thank you.
Well, a little bit thin on the red, that's why it's pacey. But I think, well, I was about to say the blue's coming to his rescue, but I think there's one there into this left corner. What can you say? Floated it in to come around the back of the black. Superb.
Okay, thank you.
Little cannon on the red above the black would be nice here. It's got that. It's a little bit straight, but well, sorry, a bit close to the red, I should say. But if it's slightly off straight, it's not a problem. Downward striking, you can stun over for the black.
एक बजे तो कमेंट छाड़ दी है वे दो
Good
चार
first
लाइक
red,
छाड़
Phil. Good chance
लाइक
this.
छाड़ छोड़िया वो
Beautiful control, wasn't it? You just fancy another winning contribution here. 16.
साड़ी तो नहीं आवाज ना पे आउंदी
7.
इधर तरह आउंदी नहीं है
Give me a second.
और नहीं
Spot here might go behind the pack. Seems it will go on. Well, it would have been out of commission anyway if it had gone behind the bunch.
23.
But he still has the blue and the black. 5 open reds. guarantee there's been another 70 or 80 plus, Phil, the way they've both been queuing.
Well, we've had at least 50 in every frame so far. But that's not gone to plan.
Well, he's been a little bit lucky there because he's landed on one to the middle.
31.
Well, he's on one to both middles, actually. This is a better angle for the black. He played around those reds for the right corner pocket, but...
32.
Got away with that one a little. Well, again, didn't play that one very
39.
well, and I think he might have got away with that one. He's got the end red here. Didn't play that. Played on the red to the left corner.
$40. $47. $48.
Well, this time I think he will go into them. Glancing below, that might be end of break. Didn't get into the meat of the pack there.
55. Mark Selby, 55.
So yet another half-century contribution, but not a winning one on this occasion. 55 the lead. Still plenty there for Alan if he can get in.
Well, not as intended. He's left these reds on the right-hand side here. Another chance to get back in then. Not easy. Oh.
Well, Selby's long game today has been outstanding. I can only think of maybe 2 balls missed in the first 5.5 frames, of any significance anyway, from either player. Well, it's taken Selby a while to warm up this season. Just one quarter-final before this event. That was at the European Masters. We know about his accident when he dropped the glass on his foot before the season started. caused him to miss the Riga Masters. But this looks like vintage Selby to me.
9.
Yep, wouldn't go against that. Still got another red here into the left corner before he plays the cannon into the bunch. In fact, he might be able to get 1 or 2 open here.
16.
In fact, he only needs the red.
They're not dismantling the set, are they? We've still got quite a bit of snooker to go yet, guys. If you could wait until the end of the final session, that'd be great.
Yeah, please.
Well, it's one visit snooker, isn't it? Tremendous stuff.
Yep. Well, Mark Allen could have had a century in the last year, that 98. Just didn't get on that red properly, but 110 in the second.
23.
Oh, this is of high quality.
30.
And there's still the possibility of Selby carving out a really
31.
commanding lead in this first session. Moving 4-2 in front here, 3 more to come. He'll be thinking, if I can win 2 of the last 3, 6-3 lead, a commanding one.
38.
They'll split the other 2 reds here, back for the blue.
$39.
Ah, well, around the houses with a cue ball then. Well, look at that.
44.
The control of the cue ball, again, has been superb. Never in trouble.
45.
This is some stuff, Phil. This is a treat.
Well, it always promised to be so if they could both find their best form. They've had some great battles down the years. We've mentioned already 6 of their 8 previous meetings going to a deciding frame.
52.
And none better than the quality they've produced in this one so far. But it's Selby who's moving 2 clear for the second time. Allen just has to keep punching.
$60. $60 and the frame.
Breaks of 55 and 60 in that frame from Mark Selby. He's 2 clear again at 4-2.
No matter what your idea may be, register the perfect domain name before it's gone. The One-on-One Domain Explorer will find you
The overhead view gives you a clearer indication of how tough that pot was. Made to look easy once again. So we're off and running once more.
6.
Selby with the first opportunity as he looks to put himself 3 clear.
Well, looking to do what he did in the semi-final on Friday. Do some real damage in this first session. Set it up for the second session. A couple of scrappy moments in the early part of the opener, but apart from that, Phil, it's been pretty clean, hasn't it?
14.
Good session so far.
I think that's an understatement. It's been outstanding.
Okay. 15. $22. $23. $28. $29.
Well, again, a glancing blow. Didn't hold the white at the centre of the table. Yeah, there's the disappointment. It just depends if he takes the thread onto the right corner. I think he's got to look at it to the left, but I think this is probably end of break. We shall see.
Mark Selby, 36.
Well, I'm sure that's going back. We'll have to play it again.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a quick look there just to see if there wasn't anything. But well, let's get again. Mark Selby playing the same shot again, but if he misses the second time and he goes back with a red on, well, that could be interesting.
Let's have a look at that, please. Yeah, Mark, thank you.
Both happy then. I think he will play the same shot here, just a little bit thin on the red. Now then,
Foul.
this will
And
go
it's
back, and then there will
Mark
be a
Allen.
warning. He's going to have to hit one this time.
Otherwise, it's 4-3 because he can see a red full ball.
We'll get the warning in a minute.
I've got to warn you, Mark. If you play the foul and miss, you'll lose the frame, okay? Thank you.
This would not be a good moment to miscue.
Stop it. Well, that's the reason why he's gone for the thin edge twice, because he's this is awkward. It's awkward to get safe.
Mark Allen has been the beneficiary of a forfeited frame. Happened at the Masters when he played Sean Murphy. I believe it was last year.
Well, Deshuat Poomjang, is it twice he's done it, or three
He's
times?
made a career out of it.
Secondary career, is it 3 he's done now? I think he's had the hat trick, hasn't he? He's
Well,
like that.
One's unfortunate, two's a bit careless, and
Yeah,
3, well,
you need to have a word with yourself. I like that. He's made a career out of it.
great character, Dechuat. Good safety, this from Allen. This is a big frame, isn't it? The difference between 5-2 and 4-3 is very big.
Good pace on the white, but there's a potential plant here with the white back to bulk. There's distance between the reds, but you never know.
One.
And of course, he's got control of the table.
Didn't look in, did it, from that angle?
Mark Selby, 1.
Looked as though it was going to rattle, but even though it was travelling, it dropped.
Well, there's evidence of how quick this game of snooker can change, turn around. Phil, Mark Selby in trouble, 2 misses, was warned for the 3rd one, possible losing the frame, gets a plant like that, and then Mark Allen's in trouble.
Yes, and already 29 behind, he's got to be careful.
Wow, that's not clever.
Foul. And a miss. Mark Selby, 4.
The miss has been called, but I don't think Mark Selby will take it. He's got options here. None are perfect. He's got a bit to do. He might be playing the left-hand red through the gap. Still got to land on a colour. Oh, he's rattled it. I was watching the cue ball. I thought the red had gone in.
Well, if the red had gone in, maybe the white would have gone in as well. Just undercut it very slightly. Now, what can Allen make of this opportunity? This will be a really good frame for him to win.
Do you know, I wonder whether that's drifted a little bit. Just at the end there, it seemed to drift a little bit to the left. I wonder if we can get a replay, a different angle. A wide smile from Mark Allen. When he hit it, it looked in.
It was certainly a missed opportunity.
Well, at least he's blocked the pocket, but he would have preferred the blue in, of course. I think that's drifted.
Well, sometimes when you see a colour covering a corner pocket, as the blue is right now, the reds can gravitate over there and things can become rather clogged up. That's another poor safety from Allen.
Yeah, I think, though, that left-hand corner is blocked. Again, I think you're looking at another plant. 2 reds to the side of the pink. Well, if he hadn't got the jaw in the middle pocket, things would have been fairly safe. But he's definitely looking at this plant here to the left corner. Oh, that looks a bit tight there to me. It's not quite lined up, and there's not much room past the other red either. But he feels that it's worth the chance. It's a chance to get in, especially with the blue there.
Well, if it goes in, he's almost a certainty to win the frame. Looked a little too tight, didn't it?
Well, it's been played with the element of safety. Chose to have a go. Beautiful control of the cue ball.
Yeah, tremendous pot.
Well, the problem he's got here is it's slightly hampered with the black, and he can't get any action on the blue. He will pot the blue and probably run into the other red. I don't think that he can get around it. Otherwise, he would have just stunned down the cushion. He's got to try and avoid that red if he can. Well, he knew that was always the problem.
6.
This is the first thing we've had resembling a tight frame. The others have been won with big breaks. Very important one. And that's
Mark Allen, 6.
tough pot.
Well, if he lands anywhere than above the black there from that red, the first red, I think he'll still be at the table.
.26 Selby's lead.
Like that 27 with the green to follow. Did well to miss everything there. Oh, if this goes in, I think it will be 5-2. Well, didn't fancy him to miss that.
4.
Well, Allen did have the chance, didn't he? He missed the blue, leaving it over the jaws of the pocket. Did get in again, of course, but he was very awkwardly placed for the cue ball. And what a chance this is now for Selby to guarantee him a first session advantage.
11.
Well, is he on this one that he played on, or is he going to play another one? Just about. Can hold for the pink. might just have to kick this in with a little bit of side.
Five-two deficit here.
Gone a touch far there. He was hoping to be fairly straight for the right-hand red of the two, but he's got the angle to run into them if he wishes.
35 the lead, so he's going to need the pink, a red and one more colour to make the frame safe.
$25. $26.
Well, there you go. Snooker's now needed for Mark Allen, so it's looking like 5-2. Not a crisis, but approaching one.
Yeah, 26 and a frame. Mark Selby.
The scrappiest frame of the final, but Mark Selby doesn't care about that. He wins it to extend his lead to 5-2. He is 5-4 in front going into the concluding session of this International Championship final later. And for Mark Allen, well, the bare minimum now, Mike, you've got to think is one of the remaining two frames, but ideally both.
Yeah, he's got to take one. If it goes 7-2, well, that's tall order. Later today in the second session, that's what Mark Selby will be looking for, of course. But as you say, if he gets one out of the two, it's not bad. 6-3, he's still in touch. It's been a great session, though.
It has. The standard's been excellent. Allen's just made one or two errors in the last couple of frames that have proved expensive. He's played very well when he's been in amongst them. He's made breaks of 110 and 98, the two best of the final. But Selby, as usual, so consistent, 67, 50, 61, 55 and 60.
Well, he just sort of, when he's in this mood, he just keeps coming at you, doesn't he? And he's turning the screw all the time, and it's relentless. It just doesn't leave you alone, and that's the problem, because you're constantly under pressure.
That's it. And you just have to maintain a very high standard in order to stay with him.
Well, we've seen a great young player this week in Yang Tao. Got to the semis. The young man there in the front row, just left of the yellow spot. I wonder, future champion?
Who knows? Certainly the game is growing at a pace in Asia. And there are some seriously talented youngsters coming through. Yan Bingtao, still only 17, of course.
Mark Selby to break.
He's had a week to remember. This guy, Mark Selby, is having a week to remember. He's put himself halfway to the title at 5-2 up with 2 frames to come in this first session.
Well, Mark Allen needs to win this one, because then he can turn his attentions towards the final frame. But if he loses this one, the pressure is on then for that final frame. Good break-up shot there. Just takes the pressure off if he wins this one. Well, a little. Is that touching? No. That's close. Oh. Well, those are the little things that you need to go your way.
And when you're playing well, you get that rub of the green, don't you?
Well, I think he knew straight away there that he hadn't played it well, but he's got away with it. This one and one more frame to come then in this opening session for the final. £75,000 difference today. Couple of incentives to Mark Allen, of course, which we've mentioned. If he wins, he will go up to number 5 in the world and a spot next week in the Champion of Champions.
It's another safety error, though.
One. Five. Six.
Well, this is slightly awkward. Okay, he's got the blue, but can't get into the bunch with the pink there. Even the white close to the side cushion, but there's nothing really on to the right corner unless he leaves the white low. And the yellow is not easy cueing. If the white was another, what, 3 or 4 inches off that side cushion, he'd be playing the yellow into the pack. Now, what's he thinking here? Is he thinking about pushing the pink into the reds? I think so. He's going to try and use the pink here to disturb them. I'll tell you what, if he's found that one through the gap, he's just got to trace aside on the white there, and I think it's gone behind the black.
11.
That would have been a clever shot, Phil. It would have come off well.
He's a bit unlucky if he's not on anything.
Cushion first, I think. But it's a fair way away from that corner pocket.
Well, that was risky.
Mark Selby, 11.
It was a long way away from the pocket to be entertaining thoughts of potting it.
Yeah, I think he thought that, well, you know, if I play a safety shot here and don't get it right, I might as well try and move it or pot it. And he hasn't done either. Oh, he's played that well.
1.
Terrific shot.
Well, things can change so quickly in a match like this. If Alan can win this frame and the last one, he'll be delighted. But hang on a minute, what's he done there?
Well, he's caught the wrong red. He's played the cannon onto the red that he's next to now for the one into the right corner, and it's gone wrong.
Mark Allen, 8.
Well, I'm not overly sure about that one. I think he might have left one to the corner pocket. Well, don't tell me he's left a plant on to this left corner. I was thinking about the red that going to go down into the yellow pocket, but surely he's not left a plant on. That would be very careless if he has.
Selby's looking at it.
Well, I think he's going to do more than just look at it. I think he fancies it. Well, that was careless from Mark Allen, but I was unlucky to see the cue ball go there. Well, what about this one? Oh.
Well, Selby has been cueing so sweetly today. I think he'll fancy this black, but it's not easy. Big shot, this.
Made it look easy. Unbelievable.
That might have been the difference between 6-2 and 5-3.
8.
Now it's a great opportunity.
Played on the pink here. There's a couple of reds that will go to the left corner. Well, he's looking to probably just pop the pink in and stun across near the black. Looks pretty good to me.
15. $16.
Well, he's missed the cannon, but I'll tell you what, if he's found the gap, he's been fortunate. Well, when things are going for you, Phil, amazing, eh? Look at that.
24.
Yeah, it's a game of supreme skill, but sometimes a bit of luck comes in very handy.
Well, that could have been end of break, but he's still
31.
there with a chance to make it 6-2. And then the last frame for Mark Allen is going to be massive.
32.
6-3, not too bad. 7-2, work to be done.
$39. 40. $47. 48.
Well, you just know that if this guy's in the mood like this, you expect to be
53.
sitting in your chair for some time. But you get the odd chance, you have to take them. A couple of frames could have gone the other way, actually,
54.
for Mark Allen. Didn't do. And it's 57 ahead, so this blackest frame ball for 6-2 with one more to come. It's going to be a big frame.
Yet another half century.
61.
Mark Allen, I'm sure, steeling himself for the final frame of this session, assuming he doesn't get the snookers he needs to win this one. Allen is a player who, when he gets on a roll, is capable of putting together 3 or 4 frames in no time. So he's not out of this, but you feel as though he really must win the 9th frame. But Selby not quite over the winning line in this one yet.
61.
Break of 61 should do the trick.
Yeah, I think if this was the opening frame, Mark Allen would probably concede here, but because of the situation of this session and the scoreline, can't blame him for playing on.
It's only 2 snookers. be very happy with his afternoon's work so far.
Well, he was up against it there. Tried to drop it in for the black, but I think it's frame over now with this red into the centre. So I think it is resigned to the fact that it's going to be 6-2. So just concentrate on the next one.
One. Three. Three in the frame.
3 straight frames from the defending champion. He's turning the screw. Mark Selby now leading 6-2.
Another day at the office. Why do you put up with it? Believe it or not, you actually like what you do, even love it. And today, you can do things you never could before.
Back from there, although he is the kind of player who's capable of doing that. But 6-3, well, still plenty to play for when they resume later on today. So this is a big, big frame for the man at the table now.
Well, there's a little tempter here to the right middle. Fraught with danger, though. And 6-2 behind. Might just open up the black. Could have done with getting that cue ball past the yellow, but I don't think Mark here will take anything on. He'll just keep it tight and wait. Unless, of course, he can cut this one back in. No. Well, again, a couple of tempters, but would be massive. Mark Allen, we know, likes to attack. He can pot this and probably screw back for the green here. Oh, what about that? Full-blooded for the blue. I thought he might have played that with an element of safety, but that was a terrific pot. Courageous that, Phil, under the circumstances.
Superb cueing. Very typical of Allen.
6.
He's always been a gutsy sort of player, never takes a backward step, regardless of the match situation. And when he gets hot, as we know, he gets very hot.
7.
But he's left that awkward. He was expecting a cannon on the red there. Well played. Well, we know how badly he needs
14.
this final frame of the session, and he has the chance.
Yes, he couldn't have a better one, and he's created it for himself with that superb long red.
15.
He's made the 2 biggest breaks of this session. This could be another big one.
Well, imagine if he's scored 110 and 98 and probably another century, and it's 6-3 behind.
22.
And that just shows you at the level that Mark Selby's playing at. It's been a great session of snooker, it really has. I mean, I said early on in the opening frame was a little bit scrappy, but since then there's not been too many mistakes from either side, really. And of course, when they have come, they've been severely punished, which is what it's all about.
30. 31.
Sometimes you can build a match up, Phil. We've done it before, haven't we, with semi-finals and finals, and then it gets a bit flat, but these boys here are producing.
Yes, the standard has been exceptional.
$38.
And if Allen can do the business here, it'll be a good way to finish the session.
Yes, and he'll have to get off to a fast start in the evening session as well. Who knows? You know, suddenly it's 6-3, but it could become 6-5. But he's got to do the business here first to have any chance of that.
39.
Talking of 6-5s, he's had 3 of those this week before we got to the semi-final. Oh, hang on. Oh.
45. 46. 51. 52.
Only one frame has been lacking a half-century break.
59. 60.
Pink, red, and one more colour. And he should stop the rot.
I'll just bring the cue ball back roughly where it is now for that right on red. Bound to be on the pink.
$66.
Good responses, Phil, considering what Mark Selby has made against him.
Yeah, launched by that superb long red.
Well, he was fully committed, wasn't he? I say he could have played with the element of safety, gone back for the brown or the green, but he chose the hole for the blue, and, well, the rest is history.
72.
What a great session of snooker this has been between these two stars. It's been fully entertaining.
And it's looking highly likely to be a 9th century of the tournament for Mark Allen. Still a bit to do.
80.
I'd like to go out with a bang, though, and try and carry that momentum into the concluding session.
81.
In a few hours' time.
He's not out of this final, not by a long way, and if he gets a quick start this evening, well, we could be in for a cracker. It is November the 5th. Fireworks to come, hey?
86. 87. 94.
Superb response
95.
from the Irishman. He needed it badly, and he has produced.
The 336th of his career.
102.
19th already this season. And I think he's queuing
103.
as well as I've ever seen him, to be honest, this week. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that, Phil. He's been stroking the balls, hasn't he? Attributed to these super fast tables as well. The tables have been really good.
110. 112. 115.
So before, great session of snooker.
119.
Mark Selby will be delighted with the way he's played, and he'll be very happy with the score. But Mark Allen, with this brilliant century, has kept himself in the picture. There's still a lot to play for when they come back tonight.
130.
First to 10, of course, to be crowned champion. And that is some clearance from Mark Allen. A 1-3-7 break. The crowd enjoyed that. They've enjoyed the session. It's been outstanding from both players. Mark Selby deserves his lead, but this match isn't done yet. Selby leading 6-3. So Mark Selby with a 3-frame cushion. He's in a strong position, but Mark Allen just reminding him that this final is not over. He is capable of producing the goods tonight. We'll be back at 11:30 UK time for the final session. Dave Hendon and Joe Johnson will be here for that. From Mike Allen and me, Philip Stubb, for now, it's goodbye.